What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the most important thing, in my opinion, that I've done a video on yet. Something that has changed my life for the better tremendously, and hopefully something that you can also get involved in your life that's going to help you financially and make your life more comfortable. But right now we're at the gym, going to go in and move some iron because, you know, I got to be strong. Ugh! Otherwise, stay tuned. We're going to be covering some good stuff in this video, so I'll be back shortly. So today's video is going to be covering the 3 types of income. These, I know that sounds boring. This is by far the most important thing I've learned in my financial journeys. I set the camera on the hood of my truck. I thought that'd be a good idea, but every time I touch the truck, I get burned, so there's that. Anyway, the 3 types are active income, passive income, and portfolio income, which, you know, that's what you'd see if you Google it. I'm going to go ahead and disagree just a little bit with their definitions, because portfolio income, that includes dividend investing, things that you own in your portfolio that are going to pay you money, which really that is passive income. That is the same definition as passive income, so I don't really know why they divided it up into 3 different income sources. But you've got active income. That's what everyone does. That is going to work 40 hours a week or however many hours a week you work and trading your time for money. That is an hourly rate that is probably never going to make you rich, but it's going to be enough to, like, you know, squeeze by, pay your bills. That's all I did for years, and I didn't realize how important passive income was to a comfortable life until I started doing it. So there's a lot of different forms of passive income, and I started to look at different options. What can I put work into up front that is going to continue to pay me down the road while I sleep? That's really the definition of passive income. It's money that you get coming to you no matter what you're doing. You're not trading your hours for it. So some ideas of passive income might be, let's say you own a house and you rent a room out, right? You get paid, someone pays you to live in that room every month. That happens no matter what you're doing. You might be on vacation, you might be sleeping, it doesn't matter. You get that income. That is passive income. Another idea would be investing, dividend investing. You own a stock that pays you dividends or a portion of their profits every quarter. That's money that you get no matter what. You know, they're going to pay you that whether you're sleeping, no matter what you're doing. That's passive income. Maybe you sell a course online teaching someone how to be good at something that you're good at. You know, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to share my financial, what I've learned over the years, and hopefully I can bring some value to your life and make you some money. That's really what this whole channel is about. Ways that hopefully I can make you money. But this is a source of potential passive income with YouTube. As the channel grows, when I'm finally able to monetize it, if I am, and I don't really care if I am or not, I'm going to keep making these videos just to help people any way I can to better their lives. It's not really about the money, but if I can get to a point where I can monetize the channel, that's passive income. People are going to watch the YouTube videos, whether I'm sleeping or whatever I'm doing. I get part of the ad revenue that's on those videos. That's a stream of passive income. And with passive income, you might have to do a lot of work initially to get it set up. If, for example, I'm making these videos on YouTube. But then they continue to pay you down the road for doing nothing. That's passive income. So this is one of the things that's really changed my life for the better. Something I really hope I can help you with. And we're going to be going through multiple ideas, ways that you can get started with passive income, things that you can do to move towards getting a passive paycheck and make money while you sleep. So stay tuned. We're going to have some good stuff here. I'm going to go in, move some weights at the gym. I still haven't made it in there. But we'll be back, hopefully in a little bit more exciting place without a highway in the background. And we'll keep talking about ideas. So stay with me. See you in a bit. Well, that was fun. Got a good workout in. Back to generating passive income. So there's various different ways to do it. And the more options I look at, the more ideas that people have for passive income, the more I think online is probably the most options you're going to have. So you can do anything from selling a course online, teaching someone a sellable skill that you have. Let's say you're in the banking industry, or you're a hairdresser. You have a skill there. You have something that someone out there doesn't know how to do as well as you. That means you could put together a course and you could sell it. Teaching people a little bit of what you know. That's a huge field right now. A lot of people investing in courses, learning to do all kinds of things. So that's something you can look into. YouTube, starting a YouTube channel like this. There's definitely a huge spike in YouTube views because of the coronavirus pandemic. I believe Google says YouTube views right now are up 75% just because of the pandemic. People are sitting at home, they don't have a whole lot to do, they're not going out to watch concerts or watching sports, so they're watching YouTube. For me personally, I see a lot of my friends that have kids. They're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kids watching YouTube. So the next generation is already getting started on YouTube. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it's going to get bigger. So I think 2020 is probably an incredible year to start a YouTube channel. Another one would be buying a house. If you have a house, especially if you don't have a family and you're not afraid to have roommates, renting out rooms, you could do Airbnb. I actually learned about Airbnb through YouTube. I started doing it myself. I rent out my basement and generating passive income that way. It's fairly cheap to get started. I actually started with just an air mattress down there. Very few amenities. I put all in the description, this is an air mattress, there's very few amenities, $30 a night, 100% booked, every single night. So there's definitely a lot of potential there if you've got a space to rent out. And for Airbnb, it doesn't need to be a house. Let's say you've got a camper, you only use it a few times a year, maybe a boat that you keep docked on a lake somewhere. You can Airbnb those out. There's so many different possibilities. One thing I've considered trying, I haven't tried it yet, but if you had some space or land where you could set up a tent, put up a fire ring, and Airbnb it as a campsite, an already set up campsite. You wouldn't necessarily even need to have bathrooms. You could have like an outhouse or a porta potty, something along those lines. But there's so many different options for renting out a space for people that just need a place to stay for the night. And Airbnb is a good one. If you have a house, obviously you can just rent out to friends or family, typical roommates. As far as other ideas for passive income, starting an online business of any sort where you're selling a product or a class, Amazon affiliate marketing, there's all kinds of options for putting someone else's product where ads are going to be seen and clicked on, and you're going to be generating a small portion of any revenue that comes from that ad. So affiliate marketing is a big one. You've got Amazon FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon. That's where Amazon is going to sell your product and they're going to ship it anywhere you want, anywhere that someone orders it in the world. And so you don't really have to handle the merchandise or anything. You just need to order the merchandise, have it sent to Amazon, have your listing put on their website, and then when someone buys one of those products from you, Amazon packages it, ships it, delivers it, they handle returns, they do everything. So that's another great source of passive income. A lot of people are making a lot of money selling on Amazon. Even some of the more old school ones, back in the day, eBay was huge, right? Everyone had something to sell on eBay. There was stores that listed your stuff on eBay. eBay still exists. There's still a lot of people buying stuff on eBay. So now, unless you're having someone do it for you, eBay is not necessarily passive income. But if you have a bunch of something you can get cheap, or something that there's a high demand for, and you put it on eBay as it's not active income, it's not completely passive, because you've got to package up something, drive it to the post office, and ship it. But if you have access to something cheaper, or that there's a high demand for, or that there's not a lot of other people out there offering whatever product this is, you could get started very easily on eBay. And then you're just, every day you get off work or get done with whatever you do, you go to the post office, you drop off whatever you've sold, have it shipped, and you're collecting money constantly that way. And all you have to do is make a run to the post office to ship out goods, whatever you're selling. There's all kinds of other options for passive income. probably not going to go through the entire list on here today, but these are some of the ones that are getting a lot of people rich right now. Real estate is a huge one. Most millionaires come from real estate. So if you can have any property that you can rent out, your property, whatever it is probably going up in value if it's a house or a building, even commercial space, as long as it's maintained and it's in a good area. And you're making money on it every month because you're renting out space. You're renting out to someone's business or someone's home, someone's living there. There's a lot of options for real estate there. Anyway, I'm gonna run in and grab some Poncheros here. I'll be right back and we'll keep going with this video. Oh, it's so good. So good. I love burritos. It's like my second favorite food. So back to passive income. Burritos. No, if you had the capital and you buy into a franchise like, say, Poncheros, and you hire people to work there, people are working for you, you're gonna make money off that business without, you could work for the business, you could be there making the burritos, or you could have people do it for you, in which case it becomes passive income. There's a lot of businesses like that where you could be selling a product and just have someone work for you, where you're collecting the profits on that because you own the business, but you're not working, you're not selling your hours for that. Another thing I do is shad, gizzard shad. They're little fish, like that long. Millions of them in the river. You know I like fishing. So I go down, I've got a net, I throw the net, I catch these shad, and I package them up in Ziploc bags, I freeze them, and I sell them as fish bait. A license to do that is like 30 bucks a year. Not bad at all. I can go just fill 5-gallon buckets full of these fish, package them in like 10 or 12 in a bag, sell it for 3 or 4 bucks a bag, and I make a couple $1,000s a year that way. That's passive income, because my initial, I've got to work a lot the first time, going out, getting all the fish, filling all the buckets, packaging them all these bags, freezing everything. But after that, I sell them all year long, just a bag or two at a time. This year I'm trying $5, so we'll see how they sell. But all I have to do is either be there to give them the fish, or what I usually do, I'll just put the fish in like a little cooler on my front porch with some ice in it, and I'll just tell them, like, the fish are out there on the front, pick them up when you get there, please leave the cooler and throw the money in the mailbox for me. I haven't been stiffed once yet, so knock on wood, it's working pretty well. But there's just so many ideas like that where you can either get something that you have access to, a lot of it, and sell it, or like I said earlier, if you've got skills, you could put a course together and you can teach people your skills to do whatever it is you know how to do. Anything online that you're able to sell, obviously there's a lot less overhead when you're selling something like a course or a product, something that's not necessarily a product, but it's training or educational. For this, I've got a cell phone for YouTube. I bought a microphone for it, which I'm not using right now. That is it. That's all I bought. So very little overhead when you're selling information. If you're selling a product, obviously you have to invest in the product to begin with, unless you get free products somewhere, which who knows. But these are ideas for passive income that is by far a better source of income than active or earned income. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Everyone's got one. Almost everyone has active income or earned income. The people who live primarily off passive income, those are your wealthy people. Most millionaires aren't out working 40 hours a week. Or they are, but it's on their own terms. It's doing their own thing. It's growing their business. They're not selling those hours for a particular dollar amount. They're growing an empire. They're selling more product. They're expanding businesses. Passive income is the real way, the path to financial freedom. It's the only way you're going to make enough money that you can do whatever you want, travel the world, help the people you love out, pay your bills easily without ever having to worry about missing anything. So, passive income, all day long. Figure out what easy path you've got to getting passive income to where you can make money while you sleep. Put the work in. Initially, there might be a little bit, but just do it. You will never look back, I promise you that. When you can make money off something that you're selling something while you sleep, you make money no matter what happens. That's a whole lot more fun than selling an hour of your time for $20 or $30, you know. So that about does it for this video. If you could like and subscribe, I would astronomically appreciate it. I need more likes and subscribe. I don't need them. I don't know how much that correlates to the growth of a channel, but right now YouTube's not like pushing my videos out there, so I don't get like new audiences or anything. That's okay. I'm sure, you know, as I get more videos out there, but I know liking and subscribing helps the algorithm. It sees that people enjoyed the video, so then it shares the video with more people who hopefully can benefit from it as well. So I would definitely appreciate at least a like, if it's not too much. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, it's so good. I would eat the whole thing in one bite if I could. It's so good.